You are listening to Mark Lack, and this is Retail 101 Online. Welcome, Retail 101ers, to episode number 28. These episodes are all designed to give you some quick bursts of retail or management knowledge, and you can do it at your own pace. For our amazing regulars, a huge thank you for continuing to tune in. Your unwavering support keeps us revved up and ready to dive headfirst into the chaotic world of retail. Today, we're diving into a small but mighty book that's had a massive impact on the business world since it first hit the shelves in the late 1990s. Who Moved My Cheese by Spencer Johnson. It's one of those books you might dismiss as too simple. A parable. A metaphor. A story about mice in a maze. But don't let the simplicity fool you, because this short tale packs a profound message about how we deal with change and why so many of us resist it, especially in fast-paced environments like retail. And if there's one industry where the cheese is always on the move, it's ours. So today, we're going to walk through the key lessons of the book, apply them to the real-world challenges retail leaders face, and arm you with practical tools to navigate change with clarity and confidence. We will break this episode into 4 main parts. Firstly, the characters in the maze, understanding the metaphor. Secondly, the emotional journey of change. Thirdly, cheese in retail, where it moves and why it hurts. And finally, becoming the Sniff and Scurry in your store. And, as always, stay tuned for the Help is on the Way segment, where I'll give you 5 practical tips you can do as a manager this week. Then, we'll wrap it all up with some final thoughts from me as we reflect on the deeper moral message of the book and what it says about growth, leadership, and human nature. Let's get into it. Part 1. The characters in the maze. Understanding the metaphor. The story of Who Moved My Cheese follows 4 main characters. 2 mice, Sniff and Scurry, and 2 little people, Hem and Haw, living in a maze and searching for cheese. Cheese represents what we want in life: success, happiness, security, job titles, relationships, stability. In retail, this might be promotions, sales performance, routine, or even store layout. The maze is the environment we live and work in, your store, your company, your industry. And the cheese, it moves. Sniff senses change early. He's observant and adaptive. Scurry acts quickly. He doesn't overthink, he runs. Hem resists change. He feels entitled to the cheese he had. Haw learns to adapt eventually, but it takes pain to move him. Right off the bat, ask yourself, which one are you most like? And how does your store react when the cheese, a procedure, a product, a manager, changes? The brilliance of this metaphor lies in its simplicity. We all have a bit of each character in us. The goal isn't to eliminate fear, it's to learn what to do with it. Part 2. The emotional journey of change. Here's where it hits home for retail managers. In retail, change is constant. New planograms, new POS systems, new district managers, new customer habits, new promotions, new policies. And yet, we act surprised every time it happens. We resist, we push back, we say this won't work, or we tried this before. And my personal favourite, having worked in numerous countries around the world, that's not how we do it here. Hem does exactly that. He sits in denial. He waits for the old cheese to return. And every day he grows weaker, angrier, and more afraid. Haw, on the other hand, eventually begins to question that fear. He ventures out. He learns to laugh at himself. And he finds new cheese, which means he grows. Sound familiar? When stores get new targets, new layouts, or lose long-standing staff members, we can either hem and hope for normal to return, or we can haw, adapt, and thrive. Change is not the enemy. Fear of change is. Part 3. Cheese in retail. Where it moves and why it hurts. So, what is the cheese in your store? It might be a regular customer who suddenly stops coming. It might be a team member who always hit their targets but has checked out. It might be the planogram you've used for 5 years now that's obsolete. Cheese moves. The trick is to spot it before it's completely gone. Retail is full of managers who wait until sales plummet to react, or until customers complain, or even until shrink hits 5%. Sniff would notice traffic patterns were down a week ago. Scurry would be testing new shelf layouts already. Hem would be blaming the weather. Haw would be quietly observing and then trying something small. The key lesson? Monitor the cheese. Don't assume it's there. Don't build your store strategy on yesterday's map. Retail belongs to the adaptable. The managers who watch the numbers, listen to their teams, are those that can pivot quickly when they sense change coming. Part 4. Becoming the Sniff and Scurry in your store. So, how do we apply this? How do you become more Sniff and Scurry? Number 1. Track patterns early. Whether it's customer behaviour, staff morale, or basket size, create time each week to observe patterns. Number 2. Act without waiting for perfect data. Scurry doesn't overanalyze. He moves to try a new display, tweak a shift, test a discount, but doesn't wait for the perfect solution. Number 3. Normalize feedback and reflection. Build a culture where staff can say, "This isn't working," without fear. The quicker you hear it, the faster that you can adapt. Number 4. Celebrate curiosity. If a team member asks, "Why do we do it this way?" don't shut them down. Encourage it. It might be the first step in moving your cheese to somewhere better. Remember, you don't have to change everything. You just have to stay willing to move. Help is on the way. Here are 5 practical actions that you can take this week as a store manager to bring the lessons of Who Moved My Cheese to life. Number 1. Cheese map exercise. Sit down and list the 5 things you've come to rely on in your store and then ask, what happens if they change tomorrow? What's my plan B? Number 2. Team change readiness quiz. Have each team member rate themselves, privately of course, on how they respond to change. Then use this as a discussion tool with them. Number 3. Pre-mortem reviews. Before launching a new promotion, ask, what might go wrong? Then you can prepare for it. It builds resilience. Number 4. 30-minute curiosity walk. Once a week, walk the store, not to manage, but to observe. What are customers avoiding? What are staff doing differently? Number 5. Change celebration wall. Create a space to shout out moments when staff tried something new. Normalize it, reward it, and celebrate the move. Change management isn't about big strategy. It's about daily signals, team culture, and personal flexibility. Some final thoughts from me. There's a moral centre to Who Moved My Cheese that often gets overlooked. Some people critique the book as oversimplifying hard realities, that it implies people should always accept change, even when it's harmful or unfair. And you know what? That's a fair critique. But I believe the real takeaway is not to accept every change blindly. It's to be honest with yourself about what's happening and to respond consciously. It's not about giving in, it's about not giving up. Hem stays stuck because he's too afraid to try. Haw moves forward because he chooses growth over fear. In retail, in leadership, in life, the cheese will always move. Your only job is to move with it or risk becoming irrelevant. And when you find your new cheese, enjoy it. But keep your running shoes nearby. I hope this has helped somewhat in your understanding of change, as told through the book by Spencer Johnson and his story about cheese with Sniff and Scurry and Hem and Haw. If you can think of anything else, then you know how to find me. Send me a message on LinkedIn, X, or the retail101online.com website, and I can add some new insights to the list. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell wherever you get your podcast fix so you never miss out on the excitement of our next episode drop. Join the future. Start today. And that's it, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next episode, maybe in a couple of weeks' time. Cheers.